December daily and what I've learned so far. Open it up and share some of the pages with you guys, and tell you what I have learned doing this project. First of all, the most important thing that I learned is that it's fun. Second of all is that these capture memories. So memories of your kids small, and I love to see them stacked together, and my kids love to flip through them. So let's see. I am holding this, but this front cover, I must have not liked the cover because I covered it with ribbon. So a thick, large ribbon. And just look how my scrapbooking has really changed. Just as much as my kids were younger then. And it's just so fun to look back on the things that we did in December. Let's see how far I got. I don't even know the date I left off on here. So this is my first December daily. This is December daily 2014. And as you can see, fingers have touched this. This is also this was my Christmas card for the year. This is my family. I cut out some vinyl letters there. This is 2014. And I started off with getting our tree. And these were the 4x4, what do you call it? 4x4 pocket cards. And look how tiny these kids were, just baking away. So it's fun for them to look back. You know, they're teenagers now. And it doesn't, December daily, sorry about that. It doesn't have to be like anything hard. Look at here, I just captured pictures of us having a lunch date. And look at him, he's so silly. I think I got, here's tamale making way back when. Dropping Santa's letter off. He's waiting for Santa. So I passed the 10th on both. This is the 18th. This is my son's birthday. So I got to the 18th. I'm pretty happy with that in this album. Okay, and this is 2015. And I used a kit from Liz Tamahana, 2015. There's all of us. Letter to Santa. And I got to day 3. Here's Lily. So this one I will definitely have to go back. And I think this one as well. This is 2016. I used vinyl. So if you have a leather album, you can always use vinyl. Here's 2016. Started off with a photo of us as well. I used a kit. Whose kit was this? This was Ellie Edwards, one of her mini kits. And I loved it. It had pretty light colors. Let's see what date I got. Here's the start of my mug collection, you guys. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? This is day 6. I got some Mickey pancakes. Okay, so I left off on December 8th. So even if you start it and you don't complete it, you're okay. This is 2017, and in 2017, from my failed attempts at starting, I finally finished. So I encourage you, if you have some December dailies laying around, to go back to them, because that's what I need to do. That's when I think I started collecting mugs in this year. I mean, glasses. We always had baseball. And I was definitely more of a in the pocket type of thing, me and my friends. So I think I was more of a pocket page girl back then, because even this, see, it's in pockets. This was a magazine from Martha Stewart that I loved. I loved the sentiment. Here's our Christmas card for that year. But see how nice it is to go back. Here we are decking the halls. And then you get to see, like, that's how I used to decorate. Let's see. Oh, I said that I completed this whole book. There's the good old wrapping paper shot. Somebody who stopped helping me wrap fell asleep. Pokemon. My two boys. My co-workers that are my family. Here I learned how to like type on photos. And again, my mug collection was still small back then. Past my son's birthday. Yay. Happy about that. I don't want to bore you with the whole flip through, but here I started learning how to use digitals. So December Daily is like, gives you a chance to just play. Not too much embellishing here, but hey, it's in the pockets. Pockets are easy. You just trim down your photos, and or you can screenshot, type on the photo of an Instagram post or a live, and type that way. And here's Christmas Day. Sorry, I'm probably more like not a pocket girl these days because of the glare. But I finally, look at our little dog, Jax. He's a big monster now. But I finally, I finally got it together in this year and finished a December Daily. Here I bought a used album off of eBay. And I also, I started moving out of the page protector this year. And started getting more comfortable with myself. Here's a sticker that kind of looks like a digital. Here I had typing on this photo, which was kind of fun. And so as you can see, I kind of moved out of the pocket pages, and I started discovering that I can type on my photos. And that brought a different touch to my albums. Here's tamale making. So you can see, it's a tradition that we do here in my house. Oops. But yeah, I definitely learned that I liked pocket scrapbooking out of the pocket. Oops. We're gonna have to glue that down. But this was the Hey Santa collection, and it's just darling, isn't it? Look at my little collection back then. This was a fun little interactive. You can untie. Oops. And then we have some hidden photos in here. Went to a birthday party. See, this is just simple. And you don't have to make December Daily hard. It could be easy. And it could be fun. And a lot of the times I don't scrap in real time. Here's an ornament. I scrapbook, sometimes I wait until the weekend, and then I scrapbook my photos. So, there's Jaxie. Here I did some playing with stencil. I probably still have to type a story here. But I guess what I'm trying to show you is that over time, you get better, and you get better at photographing. You get better at photographing. Your stories and your books become a little tiny bit better every year. And I think that's what I love most about December Daily and this project. This is 2019, and it is super chunky, like very chunky. This is a Felicity Jane album. I discovered Happy Mail ladies, and they would make these super cute little trinkets, and oh, this is from a newspaper clipping, and I just put tape over him to preserve him. And I discovered my love for yarn and laminating. This wasn't a planner actually before. This is just a digital. Ho ho ho, ho ho home. My family. Ornament making. Isabella was in college. And so here I was printing on photos. I was using Word actually. Always inspired by my friend Barbara, who creates these little tags. She's Babs 510. And again, like if you have adult children, they'll send me photos of the day, and that helps that helps fill my December Daily albums, because I use these more like a photo album instead of like, I guess what you would say a December Daily. These capture photos of my loved ones, of my family, that they can look back on, right? And I like to add texture as well wherever I can. And, I have Lily's Letter to Santa. There's JD's. Here's some watercolor. So with December Daily, I usually like to try and play, and combine a whole bunch of different elements. I guess I'm a messy scrapbooker. Like my albums are very touchy-feely, I guess you can say, because I like to add a lot of like little odds and ends. I know Ellie Edwards in her product play classes, she does a lot of interactive elements and stuff like that. And to be honest, I've never taken one of her product play classes before, but I have taken those $5 classes, and they're just as useful. And so I guess what I've also learned in doing this project is I developed my own style of what I like. And this is a process, it's kind of like it's a process, because you're documenting all month long. So you kind of run out of steam, but keep going, because the best part is when you look through these albums. Look at these two. You look through these albums and see how, people change. Kids grow. And it's just fun. This is another chunky album. I've probably been getting too chunky the last 2 years, and I probably should chill. But the more I do this project, the more I love adding texture. And I'm inspired by so many people, especially the Ellie Edwards design team. I think last year a lot of them were making wreaths, and that was I didn't take the class, but just in looking at their photos, I gained inspiration. And vellum is always a good thing. Pockets, are always a good way to add hidden journaling. And the more you can document the, it's so fun when the kids look at their album and see their stories or what you were doing that day. I'm so sorry if I'm shaking you. And some pages don't need anything because, for me, I tell stories with photos so that my kids can remember exactly what was happening that day. And pockets are always a good thing too. So pockets always give you that extra chance to tell little stories. Oops, my finger. And, even grandbabies to come, my Max can see all the fun that we used to have. And so, yeah, I think I'm more of an out of the pocket girl. And I love December Daily and all the magic it brings. I think this year I also love the fact that I discovered that pockets can go anywhere. I added a jingle bell there. This was like just a documentation of what we did in that day. We were in COVID, so everything was back to school. School online. I created like a house here. And here is another pocket. Not sure I'll be able to show you. It's just always fun to peek inside of people's albums. So I created a pocket and then there's photos inside. This is a shaker with just some fun. Here's an envelope that I attached to the back, and I was able to add more photos that way. So it's kind of nice to, figure out what your style is. Oh, goodness. Here's more tamale makings. You see, I've been documenting these holidays for so long. This is the digital I created myself because there was really nothing out there to, explain about that. So yeah, this is a way to get more photos in your albums. And I just love that I've kept up this tradition. This is an older photo of us in 2015. And so December Daily is, to me, more like a photo album of where I keep my pictures and stories of what we did through the month. And especially this year was hard because we were all quarantined. We were ordered to shelter in place, right? Like, don't visit, don't gather. And so this year we were kind of by ourselves, and I had to just wait for pictures, from my family. I left some blank because my stepdaughter was supposed to send me some photos of her girls. But yeah, it was a very strange year that year. But the thing is, I got to document. Like, we didn't see these kids well until after Christmas, but it was still important for me to put it in there. Again, I left some pages blank for my stepdaughter to send me photos. And then here's the letters to Santa in here. These are all letters to Santa. Everyone wrote one out. And it's just nice to keep all in one spot. This is my album that I'll be using this year. And I am so super excited. I can't wait to see all the great things that everyone comes up with. And thank you for looking at my albums.